Welcome to the Country Watch Political Intelligence Briefing Quick Hits, a weekly briefing of hot stories across the world in brief. I'm Denise Youngblood Coleman, and I'm the Editor-in-Chief and Senior International Affairs Analyst at Country Watch. This week, Israel is the featured country. Israelis went to the polls in the last week to vote in parliamentary elections. It was the fourth election in 2 years. Once the votes began to be counted, it was apparent that in this election, much like the previous one, it would produce an inconclusive election result. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud won the most votes, but was short of the 61-seat majority needed to hold on to control of parliament and power. It was also clear that Netanyahu would struggle to form a new coalition. Yair Lapid and Yesh Atid won the second most votes. Also short of a parliamentary majority, Lapid and Yesh Atid were already looking at coalescing an opposition bloc to form a new government. Returning to the matter of the incumbent prime minister, Netanyahu was up against the anyone but Netanyahu bloc from the left, from the center, and from the right. From the left, there was Meretz, Labour, and United Arab List. From the center, there were Yesh Atid and Blue and White. From the right, there was Yamina, there was New Hope, and there was also Yisrael Beitenu. Ironically, Netanyahu could be beholden to the conservative Islamic Ra'am, which he had cast as terrorists in the past. He could also look to the extremist right-wing religious Zion, which is also associated with terrorism. Bottom line, it is unclear how a coalition could be formed. Moving on to elections elsewhere in the world, in the Netherlands, Prime Minister Mark Rutte secured another term in office, and the effort of building a new Dutch governing coalition was afoot. According to election results, Prime Minister Rutte's broadly moderate centre-right People's Party for Freedom and Democracy was on track to win a plurality of the seats in the 150-seat parliament. The other big winner of the election was the centrist pro-European Union D66, or of Sigrid Kaag. Prime Minister Rutte indicated that he would look to D66 to form a coalition. Another likely candidate was Christian Democratic Appeal, but even with all three of these parties in the coalition together, they would fall 2 seats short of a simple majority of 76. Accordingly, another party would have to be sought to join the coalition. Any of the left-wing parties, the Labour Party, Green Links, were viewed as likely possibilities. That being said, Rutte has also expressed interest in having the new right-wing party, JA21, support his government. In the Republic of Congo, also known as Congo RC, incumbent President Denis Sassou Nguesso was re-elected to power by landslide. The big story in that election was that his main rival, Guy Brice Parfait Colelas, died of coronavirus. The novel coronavirus, COVID-19, also took the life of Tanzanian President John Magufuli, making way for Samia Suluhu Hassan to become the first female head of state. Hassan was sworn into power as Tanzania's first female president in the country in the capital city of Dar es Salaam. 2 stories I will be focusing on next week are Myanmar, also known as Burma, and North Korea. In Myanmar, the military is carrying out a deadly and brutal crackdown on protesters demonstrating against the coup. Meanwhile, North Korea might begin flight testing an improved design for its intercontinental ballistic missiles in the near future, according to reports by the US's military's Northern Command. For more information about these and other stories, please read my weekly political intelligence briefing and my coronavirus report, both of which are accessible from the front page of the Country Watch website at www.countrywatch.com. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. And remember that now, more than ever, as we function in the international marketplace, as we confront climate change, and as we try to survive this lethal global coronavirus pandemic, yes, please remember that we do live in an interconnected world.